Hi everyone, so today I have this Tonic Studios showcase to share with you. It is the Macabre, how do you pronounce that? Macabre, anyway. Mausoleum gift box die set, and it is their new showcase. The showcase, comes with a whole set of dies. Sometimes it might have some extra things. It might, it's definitely going to have instruction. Usually comes on a magnetic carrier and in like a plastic envelope, which is really nice, so you can just store it away. I will say I was not aware that I actually had this. I had some other items in from Tonic, and then I was like, oh no, so I got to work on this right now today, the day of the launch, guys. So we're going to focus probably on the little treat box, but the whole thing is like a treat box, okay? So I will say that these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're a purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those. I do have them for the US and the UK, again, down in the description box. Funny enough, I just noticed this one has paper, and I'm like, oh, are these, they might have used this to make samples. That is actually really cool, because I can see that. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is focus on part of the treat box. So if you have seen their videos, or maybe you get their emails, if you've ever purchased anything from them, you're probably signed up for the emails. It makes like a little house, and then there's like a drawer that pulls out. When you pull that drawer out, I call it a drawer because that's essentially what it is, like a little shelf. But it's basically the base of the mausoleum. The little coffin comes out with it, and then there's like a little hook that will open the coffin as it comes out, which is really fun. So there are a few steps to this. I will say the house, excuse me, I will say the little house portion, the mausoleum, if you lift off the roof, there's a little area in there to put treats. And then of course the little coffin will also hold treats. So in this video, I'm going to make the coffin cute little treat boxes. Look at the little, oh my gosh, so cute. And if you want a detailed follow-up video, on how to make the actual like mausoleum casing, let me know. But like I said, I'm sure Tonic Studios has lots of videos on that, and really well and detailed videos. They do step-by-steps. I know sometimes you guys want to see that because a lot of times companies will do like music and just kind of quickly put it together, but they usually do very good step-by-step type videos. So having said that, let's check it out. So you have these pieces, and obviously you can see this is like mausoleum shape, right? So the doors, as they open up, this little latch kind of thing helps bring out the little coffin as you slide it out, things like that. I believe this is the coffin itself, and it is cute and little, oh my gosh. And then, the sides, the siding, the roof, all these different portions you're going to need. This portion goes at the very front, so it kind of pokes up where you're going to slide out the base for the little coffin to slide out. You have a jack-o'-lantern in the background for that. You have like some webbing. You have something that makes like texture for the mausoleum if you like. This cute little embossed area with little cross and everything. You have the wording for RIP. You have spiders. You have keep out and like a little background for that. It would work for both of these shapes. You have like this little scary kind of teardrop looking guy here. Pieces for the mechanism. I mean, it's just all these different pieces to make this really incredible project. So let me get you a measurement on what I believe to be the largest die. I think this is the widest one, so I mean, I guess you can slide it in the other way, but let me give you some measurements. 4.5 inches exactly on that one by 3.5. This one has more to it, so let's just get this one. This one is about 5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay, so to me, those are the largest dies that are in here. Everything else is smaller, so as long as you can accommodate that, you're good to go in whatever machine you have. So what I'm going to do is probably make a coffin in black and maybe with silver accents. It's really cute the way this is put together. So let me, it's these pieces right here that have to do with the coffin. So there are 1, 2, and then like base layers. So this largest one is going to be the lid, right? So the lid goes just on top of the base. So that's your lid. This is the base. I am going to cut 2 of each of these just to make a sturdier project, but in the instruction they're showing you just to cut 1 of each for your mausoleum because you're going to have it inside the other casing, so it doesn't have to be like the most sturdy thing ever. But since I want to make them like standalone treat boxes, I'll do 2 of each of these, okay? I'm probably going to cut it from black paper, so 2 of this in black, 2 of this in black. And then you have the pieces that are going to hold it together and things like that. So this is the coffin portion that's going to hold together. Yeah, look, it even has Craft Perfect on there. That's funny. I tell you, I get samples, guys, and my samples this time had been used before, so that's really actually cool. I think that's really awesome. So you need 6 of this guy. that are going to hold together part of your coffin, okay? And then there's another one that looks like that, but it's shorter. Actually, I don't know if they look the same, but this one, you're going to need also 6 of this. So this is done in a very interesting way. And these guys I'm going to cut from probably like a gray paper or something, because this is what's going to join the sides. Instead of having glue tabs, you're going to use these guys. So very interesting. So 6 of this and 6 of this in a decorative kind of color paper. We need the sides. Where are they? Okay. I think it's these. It has to be. So you need this as the sides, right? Let me make sure, yeah. And then this one. So sorry, for the base, it's these guys. And so you're gonna need, I believe, let me see. Of the large, okay. Large coffin tab, small coffin tab. So, okay, as you can see, the shape of this, you're gonna need 2 of this one, right? 1 for either side, and then 4 of this size. Okay, so 4 of this, 2 of this, and I'm gonna cut those out of black also. And then for the lid, you have this piece right here, and then we have this piece down over here. So those also need slightly larger ones, right? So for the lid, we need 2 of this and 4 of the smaller one, right? So that's the very base, and then we'll decorate afterwards. So for right now, I'm just going to cut those pieces out, and I'll be right back. So again, I'm doing 2 of these, 2 of the, both of the larger ones, and then 4 of the smaller ones, okay? And then 6 of each of these. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so a lot of these things you can run through at the same time, so everything gets cut pretty quickly. Like I said, I do have that extra piece just because. So we have our lid, and then the lid is, of course, like I said, the bigger piece, right? So it's going to fit on top of this guy. And like I said, I cut out 2 of them. So we are going to do very much the same kinds of things for both of these pieces. I always like to score things ahead of time, so I'm going to take a moment to go ahead and score all of these things. You can do it once they're glued down, but I feel like if your glue's not quite dry, it's just going to pop off. It's just a little problematic. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a minute to score everything. Get that gunk off this scoring tool. So anything that looks like a glue tab like that, score, score, score. These guys too. Okay. And like I said, in the instruction, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I just want to build it up nice so that we can stick these down. Hello, that goes there. And so, you know, it's up to you. Do you want to start off with the back side of one and go like this, and then you put the top on, which I think is what I'll do. So this is the back side of the lid, the little one that's a little bit larger. And I'm going to go around and glue these guys on. And this is already scored, so I can see that that butts up really nicely there. But if you want to leave it flat, go ahead. I always make sure everything's good. Okay, and I'm going to go around. You're going to glue these guys here. The nice side is facing out, right? Again, glue tab. And then, and they're really nice and deep glue tabs, which I like, because that means it's really going to hold on. And they probably did that on purpose, because like I said, they didn't ask you to trap it like we normally would. And I am putting glue right on here, because that's just what I feel like doing today. So there aren't glue tabs on the side, right? So that's the difference there also. So I'm just going to go around these guys, make sure everything's going to be good. One more little guy. Can work up really quick. One more of the longer one. Again, this is the lid, so it's the short side pieces. I mean, that's working up pretty quick here. And if you just want to make little treat boxes like this, that'd be very cute. I like that they're nice and deep, so you can actually put something in there. Okay, and then this guy, again, nice side where the die was. I'm just going to do this. And pop that right on top. I did put plenty of glue, as you can see. Actually, this paper that I'm using is really heavyweight construction paper, but it's more like the kind that you would mat a picture with, so it's very thick and it really just sucks in glue, so I'm trying to be more careful with it. We're going to cover some of that anyway. Okay, so you see that? So you have these side pieces. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Just come around on the wrong side, you know, the rough cut side, and just glue these guys down all around, just like I did with the top one, but with these deeper ones, right? And I'll be right back. Okay, so just finish that one up. Again, same kind of thing, going around everything. This is so cute. Okay. So, since this one just got set up, I'm going to put that to the side. We have these pieces, and I went ahead and folded them. All you're doing is scoring them, that little score line that they have. And this one also. I love that they're very kind of fancy, right? For what it is, just the little brackets here, like the shape of it. So anyway, we're going to glue these at every little junction here. So just put that together and hold that guy down. And I did use a paper that's a little bit slippery, so I'm going to have to hold it for a little bit longer, but all you're trying to do is that, right? So this next one, I did leave a bigger gap there. This should cover that. And again, I did mine so that they're going to have a little bit of bigger space in between because of the two layers. You know, it kind of pushes out one layer a little bit more. But I'm just going to go around each one of these guys and add one of these little decorative bits. And what's cool is that they can be more pitched like what you need here. For the next one, they just need to be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more open. Either way, just glue and glue and follow the angle, right? So I'll get these guys all glued down. Okay, that looks really cute and just really well done. We're going to decorate the top in a moment. And again, I made it really sturdy with that double paper. So we're going to do the same thing here. Just go around, adding glue, and adding it in a way that's matching the angle, you know, that that part needs to be in to work. Maybe I'll put a little extra in here. Especially on this one because the lid's gonna need to close well, right? So I'm gonna bring this here. Sorry, I gotta bring it a little closer to me so I can kind of push that together. And same thing, I'll just go around, match the angles, and add these guys on. Okay, just pop the last one on. I'm just holding it so it's still wet. But yeah, I mean, that's so easy. You just kind of hold it and it just stays in place. Look how cute this guy is. So let me give you a measurement on that. And like I said, the top of the mausoleum also can hold some treats. But this guy is like 1 3/8 inch deep, I would say. I don't know what else to show you. 2 1/4 inches tall. And you know, the shape is hard to kind of get those numbers there for you, but it is so sturdy and so cute. And then you have your little lid and it just fits on there so cute. It's a little looser than a regular gift box because again, when you're pulling the mausoleum open, I guess it goes this way, I think, it'll catch the lid and open the lid as it's getting pulled out, so it does something like that. Okay, so it has to be kind of a little bit loose. Super cute. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I didn't put these guys back. I will do that in just a moment, or I'll do that right now as we're talking. Put that guy there. And then maybe I'll cut out, let's see. This top is very cute. It has this layer, right? And this layer with an inlay if you want. So I'll just run that through different grays and silvers and black, you know, something like that. So this one has like a little embossing. It's very cute. And then this guy, again, can just have an inlay or just like that, or inlay the cross, or just run the cross by itself. And then you'll have that piece to put on top of that layer. We have little spiders. Maybe I'll cut a little spider out. Maybe a little glittery spider. That'll be cute, huh? And then our little guy. So he does have a background piece if you want to use that. I think I'm just going to use this by itself and just run that through some white paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did some different layers. Silver on that one, black on this one, and then just the red cross. And then our little skeleton, I ran him through some kind of shimmery pearlescent paper. How cute is that? I mean, you can line this also if you're going to pop them in there, right? And then I have my little shimmery or glittery spider. So let me put away some of these dies and then we'll just layer all these things together. Alright, so I'm just going to glue these guys together. A little glue. And just this cross here. And then this little guy, oh, see, it's paper slippery. So it's going to take a moment before it really sets up. I wish that were the case for this one because I got to move that a little bit. No, got it. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue this on. You can use dimensionals, all that kind of stuff if you want. Okay. And this little guy, I mean, you can just have him in there, but I think I'll glue it down. He's so cute. There you go. Just kind of guided him a little bit. And he can just be in there anywhere. And then my little spider. You know, maybe I'll put a small dimensional under that spider. Oh, or cut myself a little piece. He's pretty small, so I'm going to see if I can get him on there with the smallest bit of dimensional. Hey, pretty good eyeballing on that. Oh my gosh, it's like right from his little end there, right here. That is so funny. Okay. Nice, something like that. Okay guys, that is today's project. Again, part of this design, but it makes a very cute little treat box. You can imagine having a whole bunch of them, or having a little mausoleum, right? Maybe make one, and then have a whole bunch of these guys with it, like a little tablescape, or just something that you have on your mantle and you hand out, or however. But I think that's really, really cute. All right guys, well thanks for watching again. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links there in the description box for the US and the UK. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.